Hello, welcome to our session. So today we'll be showing you how to edit one of the disaster resiliency app starter kits. So today we have myself, Gloria, or also known as GChan. And if Ali can just flip over to the next slide. Thank you. So I'm a developer advocate at IBM and I'm also a STEM mentor. Today on stage I have developer Ally, and I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi guys, I'm developer Ally. I've just joined the IBM Developer Advocate team. I'll be working with developer Steve in Melbourne at some point when I can leave Sydney. I'm a full stack dev and tech for good enthusiast, so I've been involved in a few hackathons in the past. Love hackathons. Hope to see some amazing innovations and tech thoughts come out of this. It's always cool to see the end product. So I hope you guys are doing well. If not, hit up the mentors. I'll be happy to guide you. But back to the point, today we're going to be building, with some edits, one of the starter kit tutorials that you can find on developer.ibm.com. So I'm building on a Mac OS, so some commands might be slightly different or a few of the things I do, but it's pretty agnostic. And you can find the GitHub repo for this app posted in the chat, or you can check out developer.ibm.com and find that link yourself. I'll just give you a quick look at what the app looks like, if I can find what we're building. At the moment, I'm just running it on an iOS simulator. So at the moment, I can make the joke that I've got an iPhone and an Android. I know, I'm almost as funny as Steve, but maybe we should put that on our next bingo card. Gloria?
Yes, absolutely. Speaking of bingo cards though, Ali, do you want to remind them what they have to do for the socials?
Since we're speaking of our little social events, don't forget, guys, there's prizes up for grab or swag up for grab. All you have to do is post on Twitter or LinkedIn with the hashtag call for code, anything you like, something cool about your product, something cool about the team, venue, whatever you're liking at the moment, maybe the virtual pizza, up to you. I mean, SVG pizza, my bad. The app, this is a little app we'll be building. So you can see I've just opened it up. This is the homepage. So this app is built using IBM Cloud, which, to be honest, I hadn't used before this and found it super easy. I just logged in, signed up, logged in, and then a few command line links later, and I was up and running. So super cool. We're also using the Watson AI app to build a little chatbot here. So as you can see, there's already a few commands with some answers. And the starter kit comes set up as a flood disaster information pack. So if I type in flood, I get an answer for flooding. And it's also built using Here Technologies location services. So as you can, this is a map in San Francisco, but we can change our location to where I am now. Sydney. Developer Steve is definitely going to tell me that it should be Melbourne, but I'm going to put Sydney in there.
Quick, don't let him in.
As you can see, the app changes right now to show Sydney. Just for developer Steve's benefit, I'm going to put in Melbourne as well. But pretty cool that with only a few lines of code, and we'll get to that in a minute, you can see your map changing to a correct location. So to talk about here technologies, actually, we have Shona. I'm going to pass over to Shona to give us a little bit of a rundown on Here Technologies. Thanks, Shona.
Sure, thank you, Ali. Just sharing. Up there now. So hey everyone, I'm Shona Tism. I work with Here Technologies, and so we're a location data platform company, and we basically make maps for in-car navigation, GPS devices, and a whole lot of tech applications and cool websites and things. So as Ali's already shown you a quick example, I guess we've got tools that you can build and put into your apps that you're building or websites or whatever. So this is just a screenshot of our developer platform. The link there is her.is/devs if you want to get in and sign up to an account. And it's free for everyone to sign up, and you get up to 250,000 transactions a month on that freemium plan. And so that's really enough. I mean, more than enough for a hackathon, of course, but it's even really aimed at sort of startups and small businesses to use without costing anything. So I think it's a really great tool, and it offers a lot of functionality for free. So you only really start paying once you're at a top level. There's, I guess, two main parts to it. There's Here Studio, which is just a simple map tool. So it's mainly if you don't have any development skills, you can get on and build a digital map and share it on a website. So it's really easy, and it's basically drag and drop with data. If you've got some Excel spreadsheets with coordinates in, you can just literally drag it in and make a map within a few minutes. So it's a very simple tool. But for those of you who are more development inclined and want to do a lot more with location data, we've got a whole range of different APIs and SDKs. This is just a quick rundown. I mean, I could spend hours talking about them, but there's just to give you an overview. So we've got the base maps, is what Ali showed, and that sort of helps you get in and do things like searching. But there's other tools, so routing, navigation, traffic, and a lot of other information you might want to put in. So if you're building a delivery app or a sort of routing car share app or something like that, there's a lot of different tools that you'd need to get in there and use that. And I guess just a couple of quick examples. So routing, just getting from A to B. Sorry, Steve, we're in Sydney again. So, sending something. It's pretty simple to use all that. I won't get into it and explain it all. There's some other cool location tools. This one's my favorite, ISOline. So you can set a distance of, this one's how far it would take to drive in 5 minutes from the red point in the middle, and it gives you all the points you could get to within 5 minutes. So there's, I mean, this is a small scale example, but you can do it a lot with looking at, I guess, if you were sort of planning where you would deliver to, I guess setting up zones for that. It's something really good to use, but there's a lot of other functionality with it as well. And as I mentioned, we cover SDKs as well. So we've got iOS and Android. So we've got hopefully everything covered. And that's it from me. So there's my details if you've got any questions. Our developer relations lead is around as well. Not right now, but he will be around and available to contact, Sam Amir Ibrahimi. So either of us, feel free to contact us. Otherwise, jump on the dev portal and her.is/devs, and you can have a look and hopefully find something useful. That's it for me. Stop sharing and go back to Alex.
Thanks for that, Shona.
Yeah, that's actually really interesting and really relevant to what we're going to change this little startup app to today. Because obviously, I mean, flooding is definitely a relevant topic, but we want to show you how easy it is to use the Watson AI assistant and to change this startup pack into something that's maybe a little bit more relevant. So everyone remembers the bushfires we had at the beginning of the year here in Australia. So we're going to basically change this app a little bit to be more relevant to being maybe a fire information app, or showing the radius of fires. We all remember that map from back in January, February. God, it's been a crazy 2020, hasn't it?
Absolutely, Ali.
So I think that's really relevant to what we're doing here. So firstly, see the startup tutorial. There's a few prerequisites, and I kind of spoke through them before. You need an IBM Cloud account, which I've already got set up. And as I said, really simple and painless. I don't say that about a lot of cloud things. Register for a Here account. So they showed you how to do that. And we're using the JavaScript version here because this is built on React Native, which for those of you that don't know is basically a JavaScript framework. It compiles down to native iOS and Android code, now supporting Windows Windows as well, so that's kind of cool, I guess. Either way, so it runs on native Android, native iOS. I'm showing you the iOS simulator at the moment, but you can also run this on Android and Windows. So that's the benefit of React Native there. If I can find my code, sorry guys, definitely here somewhere. There we go. All I've done is cloned the repository. And if I have a look at the side here, by the way, I'm using VS Code in case anyone wanted to use the same IDE as me. I really love this editor, so. But we can see here what I've downloaded from the Git repo is basically a solution starter kit. And you can see what comes in it is the folders, images, pretty basic web stuff. And this is the starter kit. So you've got your assistant, which has got a starter kit plug dialog skill JSON. And we're going to go through that a bit more later. But you can have a quick look at that. It's got some intents. It says your intent is flood danger and the examples of the intent text, how much damage can flooding cause, description, etc. And this is built out from the Watson Assistant. But we're going to show you how much easier it is to edit in the Watson Assistant as well. So I won't go through that too much. The next part is also the server app. So this is what's running in IBM, not much there. If I have a look in my terminal, I'm running this on localhost 3000. So the server's listening to localhost 3000 and it's successfully connected to my Watson Assistant. So if you go through that basic tutorial pack that I was showing you before, sorry guys, switching screens too much, you'll see that. And then we've got the main build here, which is built out in React Native. So it compiles down to Android and iOS code, as I was mentioning before, and then we've got your source module. So in this source module, for example, if I wanted to change this home screen to be our Fire app, which we were talking about before, all I'd have to do is, and I've actually...
You've already done it.
Already done it there, so way ahead of myself, but I'm just going to actually roll that back with my special Git powers. There we go. Back to being up. Thanks, Git. So if we wanted to change that, it's just in the Home app. You can see here, here's all your styles. So for example, if we wanted to change the background color of our screen, what's your favorite color, Gloria?
Purple.
All right, let's try that out. And I'm just going to change maybe the heading to be our bushfire information. I'm going to say bushfire resiliency here and just change out my little blurb. And if I save that file and hopefully go back to the right screen. Oh, are you sure?
Oh.
Purple's your favorite color?
It is, but it's not really matching.
Okay, so maybe we need a bit of a redesign there, but you can see how easy it would be to basically change your styling of this app, to change your little blurb there, to basically change anything on the home screen. I'm gonna move that back to white, I think, Gloria. I mean, I love, maybe not on this project.
I would have to agree with you on that, Ally.
Okay, so how about we go through how we might change this from a flood app, so talking about floods, into a fire app. So first thing I'm going to do is go to my Watson Assistant, and maybe you can talk us through this part, Gloria?
Absolutely. So as Ali previously alluded to, there are multiple ways we can actually edit it. So first is to obviously edit the code via the JSON file in the Visual Code Studio. Yes, the IDE.
And we could do that, but this is a long file, I gotta say.
Yeah. Yeah. And for those who don't really know how to code, it might be a bit scary. So there is another way, which is to edit through the Watson Assistant instance, which doesn't involve any coding, and file once you're finished. So as you can see on Ali's on the screen, this is Ali's
my assistant.
Yes, your assistant. That is spelt incorrectly, but didn't want to bring your attention to that, but I did. we'll just go into the instance.
I'm an individual.
You're still human, I know.
Oh dear, that'd be a compiler error for sure.
All right, so just to let you guys know, you will have created this if you've followed the starter kit. So this is nothing, well, not nothing new, but nothing too hard. It's just pressing a few buttons and then voila.
Voila,
exactly, voila. So there are two main things that you'll be learning in the Watson Assistant, and that's intents and dialogue. Yep. So let me just explain what an intent is. So intent is the way that Watson kind of understands what the user is asking for. So in our example, a user might want to know what is a bushfire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Ally to create a new intent for bushfire.
Yeah. So you might have seen as well that we had a few other intents related to fire. So we've just got a few in there for a bit later, but we're going to show you how to create the fire intent now.
Mm-hmm. So you put an intent name and then a description of what the intent is going to be about. So this is all going to be about information about fire. And then we create the intent. So in the user example section, that's basically what you expect a user to be typing. So for me, I'd be typing, Ally can't type. I'd be typing, what is a bushfire? What is a fire? You know, bushfire and fire, as Ally is typing now. What is a fire with a lot of question marks? Yes.
I'm very interested.
All right, wonderful. She's put some user examples in there, and then we'll just go back, which is the, and also, be careful.
While we're here, Gloria, if you make a mistake and you've put the wrong question in, or for example, too many question marks at the end of it, you can delete or edit it. So I'm just going to delete that last one there.
Yep. Exactly. Yep. We go back, and then you can see at the top there, we've got the fire intent. And now Ally's jumped ahead and
sorry, Gloria.
Straight back into dialogue. Okay. Which
well,
is fine.
I need an answer. I need an answer.
Exactly. You've brought me to the point. So dialogue is basically using the intent to interact with the user and providing a useful response. So in other words, the dialogue basically matches what the user says to what the bot will say back to you. So there is, are you creating a node?
That's correct.
All right, I was going to make you do it without the node created first.
Sure, let's do that.
So let's do try it, which is the top right.
Yep.
And what happens if you type fire? Let's have a look. So Watson didn't understand that. Can you try rephrasing? So the reason behind that is we didn't connect the intent to the dialogue. So now we will add a node to connect the intent to the dialogue.
Sure. So I'm going to go up here and just press add node.
Yes.
I'm going to name it fire.
Yep.
And then if assistant recognizes, what's this part?
So that's relating it back to your intent. So you want to do hashtag and the intent we created earlier, which was hashtag fire. So luckily these do come up in case you forget what it was. And then assistant responds with text. So this is where you will put a response, which we have prepared earlier.
Love a good pre-prepare there. That's also the response I put on the introduction. So in case anyone was wondering how I got that copy and pasted so quick, there you go. Probably not, but okay.
Yeah, the thing is you can put multiple answers as well. So Watson will randomize it. So if you type a different answer, a bushfire is hot. Yes, very hot. Wonderful. And basically, during this time, Watson is learning all of these answers.
Just
I
in
love your
case.
answers out. All right, so do we want to try it out and see if that works? We'll clear the box.
So we'll just try it down in try. Also, you can get to this, try it from dialogue as well, just in case you were wondering where that was on this screen. I can also close this and try it out. So it still knows my answer as well, so great. So there we go. How good is that? You've already got a question and answer. You can add as many questions as you like to generate this same response, which is pretty awesome. And we can also do an addition to that. Is that right, Gloria?
In addition to that, yes.
So, for example, if I wanted to tell people about bushfires, but also then make sure they knew how to, for example, seek shelter.
Ah, okay. So you're talking about linking them?
That's correct. So what if I wanted 2 responses after this answer?
So at the bottom,
Whoops.
yes.
Yep.
Sorry, I've got something covering covering it. So there are 2. Yeah. So when in my screen, I can only see a microphone button, a video button, and an end call button. So it's kind of covered for me.
Okay. So basically, what you're seeing on the screen is then assistant should. So after it's given this response, then what should the assistant do? It can either wait for a reply from the user, which might jump to your next answer, or you can prompt it to go straight to another answer.
Yeah.
So, for example, I want to tell people about fires, and potentially I want them to know straight away how to seek shelter from a fire that's coming through. So I am going to jump to the fire seek shelter, which we set up exactly the same way as the fire, with intents and a dialogue option, and adding a node to a dialogue. And I am going to, which one do we press here? Wait for user input if assistant recognises, respond. There we go.
Well, we can try it.
So that should now, if we try it, we should not only get the initial response for fire, but we should also get the response for fire seek shelter. So we can have a quick peek at fire seek shelter. Oh, try saying that.
Oh, tongue twister there.
No. Lucky it's not seek shelter. And we've got a response in here. By the way, I've got these all from government sites, these responses, apart from those ones about not putting your hands in a fire. But so we should get now 2 responses if we type in fire. So we'll try it out. Ooh. A bushfire is hot. Okay, so potentially should go back and delete those responses to the dialogue and anymore. Just showing you potentially that you can have more than one response come up. So there you go. Pretty simple with that one. So I've just changed that. We'll go back to try it out. I'm just going to clear that panel so everyone can see. And this time I might type in bushfire, because remember that was our other intent question. And it recognises immediately that it's the fire answer, but it hasn't.
Yeah, so the reason for that is because we chose wait for user input. So they're waiting for another input from us, which we're not giving them.
Right, so to fix that, we'll go to jump to instead and fire seek.
You've clicked. You can edit the jump to. So if you go to the jump to. I think you reverse right now.
A continuous loop here, potentially. So we don't want to do that. I am not sure how to get out of this, but there's one sure method to do it, and that's called refreshing the page.
That is true. It
in IT, when in doubt, turn it off and on again. Sorry, Gloria. How do you change this condition? Go back to wait for reply?
See that on the right-hand side? Let's delete that first.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. And then assistant should jump to 5-6 delta and respond.
That's what I did wrong. Online debugging, gotta love it. Okay, so let's try it out again, shall we?
We shall. Fingers crossed this one works.
Bushfire. Oh,
yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
So we can see we get 2 responses straight up. The awesome thing about this is that I've edited it now in the Watson Assistant, and if I go back to the app and type in the same, apologies you can't see the text there, something to do with iPhones, I'm sure. Press send. Then I should, fingers crossed, get a response in the app as well, but I am not.
You definitely should be.
There's a lag happening there, guys. So yeah, so you can also see that it works straight away in the app. Not a lot of fussing around. You can immediately create your product and showcase your idea without needing to do, all the config and setup that you would in a usual app. So pretty powerful starter kit, I think, here.
Absolutely. And I just wanted to reiterate that we did 0 coding, so don't be afraid.
Well, we did change the code to purple.
Oh, well, you did that. I didn't.
Pretty cool. Exactly. So 0 coding, and you've already got most of your app set up. So pretty awesome. There's also another couple of pre-built things in this starter pack. So if I click on the little help guy, it'll come up with, hopefully, sorry, I'm getting a little bit of lag because I'm running a few different things at once. So apologies for that, guys. And probably about 100 Chrome tabs.
Oh, yes. If you guys ever see her Chrome tabs, you will be lost.
It's organized chaos, I'm telling you. There we go. So, yeah, sorry, just a bit of lag because it's going through the simulator and because I've got 100 things running, not to mention my Chrome tabs. So look at all the help you can get in Melbourne. But like Shona was talking about before, changing ones as well is as easy as putting a file into here maps. So we won't go through that at the moment. I think we're running a little low on time, but hopefully we've given you a really good start on how to, potentially if you're still wondering or still trying to get a product together, maybe you can just grab one of the starter kits and it's already got half your code done for you. And that way you can focus on actually delivering your idea and what we're looking for. And I hope everyone's not stuck on code, but if you are, here's maybe a way that could help you. So big thank you, everyone, for joining us. And again, don't forget about our social comp, hashtag call for code for swag on social space. Actually, talking of swag, look at my socks.
And that is what you'll be getting. No spoilers.
Usually you don't want to tread on bees, but in this case, it's kind of cute. Not just that, though. We've also got some ESPs to give away, so call for code. Also our bingo and 8 p.m. trivia if anyone needs a little bit of a break from code. So thanks again, everyone.
Thank you for having us.
Any questions, hit us up. We'll be around.
Yes. See you next time.